Okay, round 3. Let's see what we can conjure up. Feels good to play control again. Let's see if I say that again after the end of this game. So we're going to play first until I'm more sure of the deck. Do have a dig that we can't cast yet. Which isn't ideal, but we do have access to all our colours. 1 land off Grixis. We'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 off Tassiger. Well, that would hamper the dig, and we have a Radiant Flames. This isn't ideal, but I think it's okay. Don't think it's worth mulliganing. Again, this would be better on draw, wouldn't it? Maybe we should be drawing. I just fear falling too behind against certain decks. I probably went to 6, scry to bottom. I'm going to start with black, because we need double black for Kalatas. We can always fetch up an island if we want to play like turn 2 Jace. But I prefer to be able to get an untapped Sunken Hollow. Punished. Well, I guess we get island. At the end of this turn for Anticipate, and then we'll have Mountain. Black-red so far. This could be Mardu green, could be black-red dragons. Sunken Hollow, Kalatas, Dispel. Probably don't want the second Kalatas maybe. Sunken Hollow lets us have our second land for dig. It's also a second swamp for actual Kalatas, so that seems good to take here. Drew another Kalatas anyway. There's nothing for us to play this turn. So let's play Sunken Hollow. Let's not reveal any mountains. And there's also kind of bluff avoid shatter. Opponent, no land pass. Interesting. Let's just run Kalatas out there then. Probably might have a way to deal with it when we've got another one. If you're stuck on land, just start applying the pressure now. Opponent is thinking. Like, if our opponent's missing his line drops, if he's on black-red dragons, it could mean that he's sitting on things like Thunderbreak, Flamewake Phoenix. If he had a Hang Back or an Abbot, I assume we would have seen it by now. He's going to have to discard in this turn, which should make it a lot clearer as to what he has. He could also be sitting on things like Fiery Impulse, which of course don't really do anything against Kalatas. It's also possible he's got 2 of those and he's thinking, do I spend both of them? Which is probably actually what you would want to do here, because apart from Chase there's not really anything to hit with them. Although he might not know that. Although I think we're quite apparently Grixis control. Goblin Dark Dwellers. That kind of indicates closer to Mardu, doesn't it? I kind of like actually just dropping Tassiger and just really pressuring our opponent and just giving him, just kind of trying to slam the door early. There's no reason for us to delve away too much here, especially if we've got digs. Might as well keep that extra 2 in there, because that means if we draw a land we can dig next turn. But we've now got our opponent on a pretty quick clock. Yep, looks like Mardu. So Crackling Doom, it could be Mardu green, we still aren't sure of that. But we should, it's worth being wary of Crackling Doom into something like Goblin Dark Dwellers. Siege Rhino of course would put up a bit of a stopgap. But either way, we can now dig through time at the end of turn. I mean, at the moment, we've got 2 digs. What's a little bit unfortunate is the Radiant Flames and the second Kalatas are kind of dead at the moment. I mean, so we'll see. Opponent is just passing the turn. Well, we could have ways to punish us for tapping out here, but I think digging is worth it. This could be a Crackling Doom that he was playing around a counterspell. Yep. I guess with a Tasiga, but the pressure's still very much on. We don't really need these lands, so let's just take Painful Truce and a Jace. Let's keep this card advantage flowing. Murderous Curt's a good draw. Opponent's still stuck on 3 lands. Let's play a Jace, and I see no reason not to play Painful Truce here. Black, red, blue. Gotta actually be careful to do that right on mid-go. Okay. A land would have been nice there as well, just so we could keep up something like an Anticipate or Grasp of Darkness. But now that we have a counterspell, a fair, then we can dig again next turn. Yeah, he did have Fiery Impulses in hand that didn't do anything. Yep, there's a roast as well. So our opponent's cleared our board, but we are going to be... We've kind of got him drowned in card advantage here. Let's leave up double blue. Black, red, black. Maybe we did want Neither land. A second roast would be annoying. This allows us, if he kills Kalatas, we can dig. If he tries to go with an instant spell, if he tries to Crackling Doom it, we can dispel it. I mean, you know, we are quite far ahead, but it's worth bearing in mind our opponent is on 7. Not going to dig or anticipate because I want to keep Dispel up to protect Kalatas, because he's out of the way of Sorcery Speed removal now. Colligan's Command. So he waited on upkeep to try and get us to waste some mana. We can just sit here. We've got a Void Shatter. Drawing a Delta was nice because it allows us to get a second blue source. I can't. So basically, there's no way he can get out of this that I can think of. He would have to have Roast with. He'd have to have Roast and and a backup spell for it. I just pretty much went to plan. Our opponent was stuck on lands forever. Yeah. Mardu. Did not see any green, so this is straight Mardu. Crackling Doom becomes a problem here. Goblin Dark Dwellers. Kalitas, something else we need to watch for. Transgress the Mines are going to be good here. Dispels are going to be good against Crackling Doom. Grasp of Darkness will be fine. Void Shatters will be okay. Radiant Flames will be fairly weak. Colligan's Command might come in handy for grinding them out. Clash Yours also. But I think I also do want Duress and Negate. Maybe Colligan's is a bit weak here. We're going to be on the draw. I haven't played Jason Control decks too often, but it'd be interesting to see if he keeps in things like Fiery Impulse now, just to get Jace. And on the draw, I just feel like on the draw Jace is going to die a lot. Void Shatter is going to be... I'm actually going to take Void Shatters out and a Jace out. Disdainful Stroke, I feel, is more likely to... Like, when we think about the real Haymaker spells, Goblin Dark Dwellers, Kalatas, Disdainful Stroke's going to get them without the double blue cost. The rest of these I don't think are fantastic. Ruinous Path could be okay, but we've already got a fair few ways of dealing with this. Of course, we can always hope that our opponent just gets stuck as hell. This is... it's okay. It's not incredible. Like, these hands are always a bit odd, because you kind of always expect Jace to die. We're going to lead with Polluted Delta. We're going to fetch up another Sunken Hollow, because then we can use this Mire to get a Swamp, and then we have access to Grasp of Darkness on turn 2 if we so require it. I'm trying to think what would make me want to do that, as opposed to playing Jace, but you never know. Also means we just get our double black out of the way. Then we can play a mountain or an island next turn, permitting. Probably a mountain, because we're going to have a Sunken Hollow. Oh, that's a Windswept Heath, so maybe he is Mardu Green and we just never saw it. We'll find out soon. Yeah, he's Mardu Green. That actually changes things a bit. So this is, yeah, this is Sylvan Advocate. Okay, so we didn't see green last game, or at least I don't remember seeing any green. It's possible I just fucked up and didn't realise. That does kind of change things somewhat. Definitely means the Colligan's commands come out, because against Rhino and Advocate they're even worse. Makes me more likely to... we also means we have to watch out for things like Abzan Charm, so... It's going to be interesting. Mardu Green's got a few variants. The Sylvan Advocate ones tend to run 4. Which means I'm also more likely to want something like Ruinous Path, because if they get to a certain size, obviously you can't Grasp of Darkness them anymore. Opponent's going to get red. Is he going to Painful Shrews here? No, he's going to Roast Jace. So he's keeping his Jace removal. Well, that's not just for Jace, that's for other stuff too. But it's good to know. I think I can take another whack from Advocate. Because I want to see what he's got going on. Okay, so Swamp, Foothills, Doom. So we'll take the Crackling Doom, just because if this was next turn, I'd take Crackling Doom and keep Siege Rhino because we can Disdainful Stroke it. But let's take the Rhino because that's what we can deal with least. I mean, the Doom's going to get us at some point. But the good thing is if he is slowing down a bit, we can grasp his Advocate, and then that gives us a bit of time to play with. There's a Swamp. I mean, we'll have access to Shambling Vent. Assumedly he can use his Wooded Foothills to get Canopy Vista. But then we're going to kill this Advocate on his next turn. He drew a Rhino. I have to admit, there is an inordinate amount of times where I will transgress somebody's mind. I know I'm just being silly, it's just like, you always remember the times it happens, but the amount of times where you transgress the mind of someone on Mitgo, and then they draw the exact same card. That does put us under a bit of pressure. So we need to find a way to deal with that rather quickly. Duress. So he's going to take a Grasp. We could double Grasp the Siege Rhino. That is a possibility. But I don't think we want to do that. If he takes Disdainful Stroke, I think it's okay. I'm okay with that, to be honest. Like, we know his hand is Crackling Doom, Wooded Foothills. But it's good to know this is Mardu Green, because Mardu Green is a lot grindier than straight Mardu. So we can sideboard a bit more accordingly. Also means I definitely don't want things like Radiant Flames anymore. A lot of the stuff just gets around it. Means we can bring in things like Ruinous Path. Really advocates bringing in Disdainful Stroke too. There's the Foothills. So his opponent's down to Crackling Doom. Okay, well, he took another Grasp of Darkness. So let's just kill the Advocate now and hope to draw a way to deal with Rhino. That's not a bad start, because we're very close to dead. Do we have anything red that kills a rhino here? Don't think we do, so we might want another double black. What may we find? We're probably going to find a murderous cut now just to taunt me. Wandering Fumarole, Dispel, Clash of Will. Ooh, Clash of Wills seems quite bad here. Caritas we can't play, but we will take it. Wandering Fumarole. We'll take. Actually, no. I just thought we want to take Dispel. We definitely want to take Dispel because otherwise he's gonna end of turn fetch for Canopy Vista. He's gonna attack with Rhino and Shambling Vent, and then he's gonna try and Crackling Doom us for the win. In which case we can Dispel it. The next turn we have a land. We can maybe drop Kalitas and keep up Disdainful Stroke with Kalitas able to jump in the way of Rhino. So it's going to be Canopy Vista. Activate Shambling Vent. He's not going to be able to Crackling Doom us this turn, that's the problem. So we go to 1. If we play Kalitas blocks Siege Rhino. We gain 3, go to 4. Rhino deals 1. Okay, so we would still be dead to Shambling Vent here. Let's keep up red to bluff it. Actually, let's keep up double black because it bluffs Grasp of Darkness. But there's a possibility he just goes, oh, I'm just going to Crackling Doom this guy. And then he can't activate Shambling Vent. In which case we can block anyway and it buys us another turn. I think even if we play Shambling Vent, we still live. The situation's still very dire, but if he goes for the Crackling Doom play, that's really good for us. Although if he runs a second Canopy Vista, now he can... No, he can't. He needs 4 mana for the Vent, effectively. So hopefully he goes for the greedy play. Maybe he thinks I've got Grasp of Darkness in hand, or something like that, and that I'm going to kill his Vent so he doesn't activate it and he goes for Crackling Doom. Like, it's very unlikely we win this game, but we might as well give ourselves as many outs as possible. It looks like that's what he's doing. No Vent activation. See, why wouldn't you just Crackling Doom beforehand? I guess that's the question. He could also have like Abzan Charm to put the counters on Rhino. And then he's got Crackling Doom's backup. Murderous Cut. Okay, this is my guess. So if we don't... We're not going to get the life link, because he can just Crackling Doom in response. If Crackling Doom's in response, we just die. Okay. Well, let's give him a chance to screw up. He may think we have double Dispel. He doesn't. Okay, so now we know he's got green. Dresses still seem fine, Dispel seems okay. Clash of Wills still seems good. I think I definitely want a Ruinous Path though. I think we take out a Crippled Grasps because against Rhinos and against Tassigers and Growing Advocates, they're actually a little weak. So let's put in another Void Shatter. This hand is Average. I think what is the melee on this one could be better. I think we have to. Unfortunately, we've got the annoying choice of really have to wait to play blue. So I think opponents want to go into 6. So the problem is that this would be what we want to get our blue or red source with. I do need to get it for blue, but it needs going to be a bit goozled on red. Opponent scries to the top. Let's lead with Delta. I think we probably actually just fetch a Sunken Hollow here, or maybe just an island. I think we just fetch an island, so everything else comes in and taps. Because I'm sure we get a Smouldering Marsh, but we only need that for a few select spells. Like I think actually after we've sideboarded, we only need it for Challenger, so there's no point taking a risky punt on getting red. So this hand seems okay. What could be really problematic for us if he has a lot of early discard? If he transgresses, I think we actually might Clash of Wills that. Because we've got Disdainful Stroke, we've got Grasp of Darkness for any 3 drop, we've got Disdainful Stroke for any 4, and I think the dig's going to be quite important here. Dig's always important to us. I think any 2 drop we kind of would get here. Maybe not, well, maybe not a creature, but let's kind of protect our hand a bit. Okay, Anticipate, not bad. We haven't shown him a Void. Well, you have shown him Void Shatter, but let's keep it double black because there's a good chance he plays something on a Grasp of Darkness. These decks do sideboard into Anafenza. Whether they would against Control, I'm not sure. Sometimes you want the aggressive option, but if he taps out for Anafenza against Grasp of Darkness, that is quite nice. He's just passing the turn. Let's Anticipate. Painful Cruise, Murderous Cut, Flooded Strand. Quite like Painful Cruise, actually. Although we've got a dig. We've got 4, 5, 6. We're a bit away from dig. Let's take Cruise. It's possible that's wrong. Okay, Tasiga's interesting. We can play Tasiga for 5, so we've got 3, 4, 5 black. Can't quite protect him yet. I think we pass. Try and nab something with Disdainful Stroke, which will then allow us to Tasiga or dig through time the following turn. Abzan Charm. Yeah, that's not ideal. He has to assume that we're on a counter spell here. Transgress. We can't dig. That was probably the worst scenario for us, is getting Transgress, because he takes away our dig, and he knows to play around Disdainful Stroke. It's a good chance he takes Tasiga, but I think 9 times out of 10 you should take dig through time. It's what's going to cause the most damage. Transgress has been like a surprisingly very good card. Yep, takes dig. Makes sense. So our opponent knows about a fair bit of our hand now. Drew, another dig. So we could Painful Cruise. It allows us to dig next turn if it doesn't get taken. The one thing I'm particularly worried about is the scenario in which we Painful Cruise and then our opponent sacrifices this at end of turn, gets a red source, plays in a red source, and then plays Goblin Dark Dwellers into Transgress, takes our dig, or takes our best card, and then we're suddenly a little bit behind. The problem is, if we just untap go, he knows we're on a Disdainful Stroke, he might just pass and do nothing. So we're falling behind on lands. And if we Painful Cruise, and he Goblin Dark Dwellers, and he takes the dig, worst case, actually, you know what, there's actually a good chance we can hit another land with this. I mean, it's only for 2, but not quite the land I wanted. But we've got a red source now. So, you know, we're shields down for a bit. If it goes Goblin Dark Dwellers into Transgress, so be it. We can grasp one and do something with the other. There's the second red source. Could just be a Rhino. Outpost Siege, interesting. That's actually kind of a pain. Assuming he chooses Khans, yep. So he's drawing 2 a turn effectively. Outpost Siege, pretty good deck against control. One thing I'd be really wary of would be what the hell is that card called? Mastery Unseen. If he has one of those, that's actually really problematic. It's like one of the worst cards for controls to try and beat. If we Jace, we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll have dig mana. So I think we wait and see what he does, because we get to dig now. Unless he bores into counter spells, I believe he cannot stop our dig. He gets a Windswept Heath off his Outpost Siege. Plays it. So the question is, how long is he going to play around Disdainful Stroke? How long is he just going to... and when is he going to just run something into it? So he's going for something here. It's down to 13, which is... the life cycle is relevant because if we find a Challenger can end games in tall order. So there's also a possibility he goes Duress to take the Disdainful Stroke and then resolve whatever he wants. Sylvan Advocate. That's a 4/5. Advocate is what I believe they call in the business a very good card. Read the Bones. That's also really not very good for us. Puts him down to 11. But it's never good if you're the control player, and our opponent's probably drawn more cards than us over the course of the game. So this is why I don't want too many grasps, because effectively, apart from Goblin Dark Dwellers and Shambling Events, it's effectively a dead card now. He scried top. Ugh. Okay, but that means the shields... well, he was never going to have a counter spell anyway. I'm just going to keep up black here. Actually, I might want to Jace into Painful Cruise later. I was debating keeping up black for a Murderous Cut. Ooh. There's lots of options here. Okay, so Sunken Hollow is an option. It's the 6th land, and we can actually do with one to start doing multiple things per turn, holding stuff up. There's Negate, which is going to hit a lot of his annoying spells. There's another Disdainful Stroke, which is very good against a lot of his, which will take out more of his big threats. There's a Duress, so we can start stripping his hand away. There's a Kalitas, which we could use in conjunction with a Grasp of Darkness at some point. But there's also a good chance that it dies. There's Anticipate. Anticipate is probably not Anticipate. Duress has the chance to... we resolve it and we're like, there's nothing there. I think I'm going to take Kalitas Negate, with the idea that Negate can protect Kalitas. Okay, so I think here we go Kalitas, and then we can hold up either Disdainful Stroke or Negate. Abzan Charm. That's probably not good for us. So he's probably going to use his Outpost Siege to Abzan Charm to try and exile Kalitas. So that would leave him with no white. So black, red, green. It depends if he plays another land. Because one thing that is good for us, he's down a white source. Because if he had another white source, that means he could like do something annoying, like Abzan Charm, we counter it, and he plays another land and just goes, okay, Crackling Doom, or Siege Rhino. Transgress. Actually kind of fine with that. He can take a Tasiga, which we're not really anywhere close to using at the moment, or a Painful Cruise. It's not an easy one for him to decide on either, because Painful Cruise is a draw free. Tasiga has probably been more problematic for him, but I don't want to use the Negate here. There's spells he can have that are going to have more of an impact on the game, I think, than this Transgresses. The other good news is that's his third Transgress, so unless he starts Goblin Dark Bludgeoning him, his discard is running out. The other thing to be wary of is that we're in game... Did we win game 1? I honestly can't remember what game we're in. Yeah, we won the first game. He won the second game. Clock could become a factor. You took Painful Cruise. That's kind of expected. And the thing is, like, now he knows we have Disdainful Stroke and Negate, he might just start throwing stuff at the wall, so to speak, just to try and get our stuff, just to try and like run himself through the counter spells. We take our lumps from Advocate. Not going to crack the fetch here because he can Abzan Charm in response on Kalitas, so let's not give him that window. Now he's probably going to upkeep Abzan Charm. Okay, he doesn't. That's nice. Although we've got a dig, I'm going to crack Affection now because I would quite like to have Tasiga on the board, and we can get our second mountain as well. So if we Tasiga, we can delve away 3. Two black. We can hold up 1 counter spell. We can also hold up Grasp of Darkness to kind of counter the Advocate, and then dig at end of turn and hold up all our stuff. We could run out Jace and hold up Grasp, Stroke, Negate, and all manner of things. So let's get the Jace out there. If we do this, we'll have 2 blue, 2 black, and 1 red. One thing is that we're kind of losing the card advantage war, which is unfortunate. We probably take the hit from Advocate, although we're probably trying, maybe this is the turn to try and get tricky. Crackling Doom. Let's have that eat the Negate. So this means we've just got Disdainful Stroke left. Which he knows, like he's playing around something. This means he can Abzan Charm next turn, but it means he's going to slowly run out of resources. Oh, Outpost Siege into Crackling Doom, so he's just going to use that and that one now. And I guess, I haven't seen Outpost Siege in a while, but I guess like now that control decks are making a bit of a resurgence, it is a very good card against them. So he probably uses the Crackling Doom here. He might use like something like a Roast though. Okay, so I think we just have to take our lumps there. That means Jace is an insta-flip if we can protect it. If he has a Roast now as well, then that's actually fairly brutal for us. If not, that means next turn we wouldn't flip Jace on our turn, I don't think. I think what we'd do is we'd use the Jace trick to block and save damage. But we are running out of life total here, and Rhinos is going to become a problem. Okay, so he does have the Roast. That's 4 cards apiece. Another Disdainful Stroke, that's not great. I think we dig now. I think we delve away the whole graveyard. Okay, this is better. So what allows us to do the most things? Duress and counter magic? I think we take Ruinous Path in the land. The problem with Duress is that, so basically, Murderous, we have to take a removal spell. I don't want to take Grasp of Darkness because so we have to double Darkness and Advocate away, which feels very bad. If we take Ruinous Path and a land, we can Ruinous Path and hold up a counter spell. Duress, if we Whiss, is really bad. Kalitas can just get killed. We know he's got Abzan Charm. So I think we take that and the Sunken Hollow. And I'm going to kill it now. And the reason for that is purely because these. You never know if they're going to have Valorous stance, basically. Bloodstained Mire off the Outpost Siege. And if he has, I want to avoid as much damage as possible because we're getting into the point of the game where it's like, if we took a hit off, you know, we're 2 Siege Rhinos away from death. If we can untap without taking damage here, that would be very good. Because that allows us to drop Tasiga and then hold up 2 Disdainful Strokes. There's nothing for 3 mana off the top of my head I can think that's overly threatening. We know he's got Abzan Charm which he can use to draw cards. Not ideal. But you know, that's what it is. The fact he's on 1 white source is probably quite bad for him. So he's holding up Abzan Charm mana so far. What's he playing for 4 here? Because he knows we've got Disdainful Stroke, but he knows, okay, that's definitely not resolving. But he knew that was going to happen. But this is the point where I'm sure everyone's playing against control, where you realise that, shit, I've got to start playing stuff. Challenger. Okay. I think this deck isn't going to have a massive amount of ways to deal with Challenger, and it's a 2-turn clock, and he has to drop something Grasp of Darkness can get in the way of. I think we drop Challenger and start really putting him under pressure. Oh, we have 1 mana up. I didn't realise that. I would have left up blue for this spell. Like he might use well, he can't use an Abzan Charm. It'd be interesting if he used removal on these. He might have to. So he's down to 5. We also have a wandering fumarole, which is not insignificant at this point. So the reason I've done this is that now it really puts the pressure on him. If we were to play Tasiga and then go stroke stroke, it might not get us anywhere, but this really puts the pressure on him. Swamp, that's a good one-off outpost siege for us. I mean, he hasn't played a Rhino yet this turn. If he plays Rhino, he goes to 8, we go to 3. We could Grasp of Darkness it when it blocks. The next turn, I think we want to be able to do something where we can go Tasiga stroke Darkness. We know he's got an Abzan Charm as well. Oh, he's got his own Challenger. Damn. Well. Yeah, well, that was one thing that killed us. I still think that's the right play. Maybe it isn't. I still think that's probably the right play though. Because I guess if we'd have played Tasiga, so we have the same amount of lands. We go Tasiga. We probably wouldn't delve away at that point. We'd delve away. Actually, none of these we want back. We'd want all of those back. So if we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. We'd probably delve away one thing, which is probably Disdainful Stroke. So we keep at 1, 2, 3, 4. Black, delve. We can hold up a Disdainful Stroke. He can't play Challenger. Maybe we set up a Lethal Attack with Tasiga and Wandering Fumarole next turn. I'm not sure. Admittedly, the one thing that play left us dead to was Challenger. Which I have to admit I just completely forgot about. That was a close one though. Yeah, maybe that definitely wasn't the right play, maybe in hindsight. Well, this is why you test. And those are the matchups where I wish that... that's another matchup where Kolaghan's Command main board is just... it's not great. Like, they exile a lot of your stuff through discard and Abzan Charms. And you're left with this Kolaghan's Command, which may get something back. It's not going to kill anything in their deck. I'd feel a lot happy with Transgressors. With no black sources and nothing we can play, I think I'm going to mulligan this. This is better. Our opponent's also gone to 5. We have a Kolaghan's Command to potentially punish that. We can get into a Kalitas. We've got a Painful Truce. I will keep that on top. Delta go. Let's play a Swamp in case we draw a Grasp of Darkness next turn. Next turn I think we go Mountain. Actually, we're not doing anything. Let's just drop the Fumarole now. We can have access to all our colours on turn 3, so if there's anything to Kolaghan's Command, we Kolaghan's Command it. If not, we can Painful Truce. Would we Painful Truce next turn? We'd have to discard. Probably not. Sheevan Reef. Delta Foothills. Sheevan Reef. So what's he getting here? Is this another Grixis deck? This might be Grixis Eldrazi just because of the Sheevan Reef. Or is it Grixis Dragons? A Black Red Dragons deck with stuff? I'm not sure. Kolaghan's Command tends to be good in these matchups though, because it gets additional value off the Thopters generally. I'm going to get an island. That was actually not the land I wanted to play in hindsight. Really wasn't the land I wanted to play in hindsight. Whoops. Well, I'm going to take some lumps. I'm going to take 2. I think now we just actually get a Sunken Hollow. Let's play something we really want to kill this turn. Okay, Hangerback Walker. So our plan here is to try and get a Kalitas to stick at some point. Let's get Hollow. Okay, Grasp of Darkness isn't too bad. Let's do that. So let's Grasp of Darkness something. I really want to get to a point where we can play Kalitas out and start killing stuff, because we get zombies and this will get exiled. Well, he might start beating down with it now. He is. Okay, well, the pressure's coming on a bit. Let's see if he drops anything we really want to kill. If he's got a Thunderbreak Region, that's really annoying. Which of course means he does. We need to kill something now then, probably. Let's kill the Fox Ranger now. If he's got removal for Kalitas, we probably just die. Playing the we think I'm sure if I go back, and I'm sure anyone who's watching, anyone who's watching is probably noticing way too many mistakes. Ghost Fireblade. So this is kind of like, I guess, like colourless and like a hybrid of Grixis Dragons and Eldrazi. So we're going to take 9 here. Well, please don't kill Kalitas. Okay. We attack. We can't block any of this stuff. So if we call against command, we can destroy I think we actually destroy target artifact Ghost Fireblade. 2 damage to this. We would go to 6 off Kalitas, and we can Grasp of Darkness something else. I don't think there's currently any way for us to Grasp of Darkness the Thunderbreak without dying. This also relies on Kalitas getting through and gaining us some life. Do we do it on our turn? Probably not. Oh crap, no, we did want to do it on our turn, because he can put a counter on us in response. I have to let him attack now. That was dumb. Okay. Let's see if he has any response to this first of all. Actually, do we Grasp of Darkness the Thunderbreak now? Because we take 3. Yeah, I think we do. Does mean Draconic Roar would now kill us. But we're very far behind anyway. Painful Grease is fairly dead here. Okay. Go to what? Go to 2. Don't have Roast. Or a way to kill Kalitas. Or us. Sky Spawner. That's really bad for us. It's another flying threat, but the problem is now he can block Kalitas. He can block Kalitas with a Sky Spawner token and then take no damage. Is there any way we can threaten lethal? 3, 5, 7 with the fumarole, that's 11. That's annoying. We need a way to deal with that token, of all things. So I think, of all the things I'm about to do, I'm going to painful choose for 1. Now I'm going to do this now, because I'm going to give our opponent credit for knowing he can block for the Scion. And maybe we find something that kills the Scion so he doesn't have that option, we can get our lifelink through. Or we could join a Bloodstain Mire. So let's just go for it. Maybe he doesn't realise. He doesn't! Sweet! Or maybe he has another response, who knows. Okay, so we're at 6. 2, 3, 4. Not dead. Okay, so that's a bit of a lucky break. He still may have a way to kill us, but he could have blocked with the Scion token. And then just sacked it, so we don't get the lifelink. Because my plan of would have just been sack both zombies, get him for 7 lifelink. Caritas now out of roast range. I wish I knew we were in that, otherwise I wouldn't have painful choose for 1. But I think you have to give your opponent credit there. Like I think it's running too much of a risk, because of course the plan was to find a way to kill the token. Click roll, please. Does he have a reveal? He doesn't. Okay. So that was his, his last card. Of course he didn't have a reveal. He's stacking with everything. Go to 2. No cards in hand. Don't we just activate this and win? Okay. I think we got away with that largely because our opponent made some mistakes. In fact, we entirely won that because our opponent made some mistakes. Radiant Flames and Languish seem very good against this deck. A lot of tokens to clear out. What seems bad? Void Shatter doesn't seem fantastic. Dispel would hit Draconic Rolls and not much else. Grasps are okay, but they tend to go wide. Tasiga, not fantastic in this matchup, I don't think, because they're trying to fly over you, basically. Challenger, I'll go down to 1. Ruinous Path, Transgress, what does that hit? Not a great deal. I do like a Dragonlord Silumgar here, though. Do I need 4 Radiant Flames? Yeah. Maybe well, actually, Challenger's also a Raffin herself. Clash of Worlds can be okay to kind of stutter them. Dispel only hits. This only hits Draconic Roar. And maybe like Murderous Cut and Grasp. Maybe we don't exactly want them. Duress does largely the same job. Or maybe Duress dispels better than Duress. Grasp seem fine, Jaces seem fine. Maybe take out and anticipate. Maybe want to be more proactive. But no, we need to find our stuff here. Dragonlord Silumgar is just a good way of taking that something like a Thunderbreak Regent. Or a Hangerback Walker. That's my reasoning there. Still really unsure about how to cyborg this deck. But yeah, we got very lucky there. Our opponent could have killed us twice. I'm assuming he just completely forgot about Wandering Fumarole that turn. I mean, we still have gotten in for 7, taken ourselves to 9? And would have been okay. I think, I assume he completely forgot about Fumarole. I'm happy with this hand. We can go Swamp Island Marsh, Swamp Island Anticipate, Marsh, Radiant Flames. If our opponent has a slower draw and doesn't put under us much pressure, we've also got a Painful Truce. Again, we'll lead off with a Swamp, in case there's any reason for us to draw a Grasp of Darkness and want to kill something immediately. Bearer of Silence. Yeah, this feels like a mix between Black Red Dragons and Eldrazi. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it. Oh, is Jace just better here than anticipate? No, because we're planning on potentially Radiant Flamesing. Because if I now drop something like something handy, like I don't know, if he drops like a Fopter Engineer, which he probably isn't actually. What is he dropping? Sky Swanner. This I will Radiant Flames. It just sets him back so much, and he has to rebuild, and it just gives us the time we need. Sunken Hollows with Fumarole Swamp. We're fine for red sources. We're actually a little light on blue, so let's take Sunken Hollow. Smouldering Marsh. Red, black, blue. If he plays a Thunderbreak, I think we just take our lumps, rather than like wait for a way to kill it. Yep. Yeah, if I play Bloodstained Mire, I'll have 3 cards in the graveyard. Yes, I can do that and Jace. Do I need another red source? No, I've got a Fumarole. Let's just kill this now. The reason for killing this now is if I play Jace and wait until his turn, he could have a Draconic Roar respond, and then we just take an extra 3 damage that we don't need to. Well, oh fuck. Did I not realise I drew an Anticipate or something? Take a Delta, fuels Jace. That's really annoying. It's really, really annoying. Colligan. I guess I just saw 1 and blue and just assumed. Oh, now we play Jace. We're going to take another 5 from Colligan. We can anticipate with the hope of finding another Murderous Curt, or finding a way to kill it. One thing I feel like, another thing I'm kind of missing from this deck, and maybe it's just you playing Crackling Doom or various sack effects, is just the lack of sacrifice effect. Him actually killing Jace there is not the worst thing in the world for us, really. Colligan's will put a lot more pressure on us. Ooh. Dragon Lord Silumgar is a very tempting prospect. I think it's actually what we play here. Take here, because it blocks Colligan and kills it without... It kills Colligan. And I think he would have to have Murderous Curt to kill it. Can't think of anything else in his deck that deals with it. And we're not getting the value of it, but Colligan's going to kill us, and it's going to kill Colligan. Fingers crossed. How much does this cost? So 2. So he could also go end of turn and play a Thunderbreak. And if that's what he does, that's what he does. Yep. Well, time bought. He's going to be able to rebuy a Thunderbreak at some point. I think we have to do this. Oh, this has been misplays the game. And there's nothing we're doing this turn. I don't want to take us down to 5 of effect land just because of Colligan. If he has another Colligan, which is possible, but we do get a Jace, which we could use. Probably not using Painful Cruise. And the fact he just ran Colligan into that Silumgar makes me think he's got another flying threat. Yeah, Thunderbreak Regent. It's actually not an easy card for this deck to deal with, particularly. Huh. But then that is one way. Double Radiant Flames. Colligan's Command is also good here. Actually, Colligan's Command is excellent here. If only we had the mana. We could there is a potential to flashback Murderous Cut, but I'm not going to do that purely because there's no reason to leave us dead to Draconic Roar at some point. Red, black, blue. Red, black, blue. I mean, he's wearing blue, so he could have counter spells, but yeah. Let's not forget to tick Jace up. Okay, so I think our plan is eventually we're going to Colligan's Command. We probably aren't going to kill anything with it, but we can Colligan's Command to at least make him discard, return Dragon Lord Silumgar, and then that allows us to deal with another threat at some point. We also might just plonk Silumgar down. Is Thunderbreak Regent a spell or ability? Okay, so he drew another Colligan. That's actually the worst. We don't really have a way to deal with that. Assume he's attacking us. Yep. Yeah. Now we can't even get Silumgar back with the have to flashback, anticipate. Grasp of Darkness would still... No, Grasp of Darkness works. We can Grasp of Darkness... Yeah, Grasp of Darkness plus Colligan's Command. Getting back Dragon Ball Silumgar. Well, here's hoping. Red, black, blue. We could make him discard here. But I think getting Dragon Lord Silumgar is our best defense against anything that isn't Colligan. And if he has another Colligan... Actually, we drop Dragon... Maybe... Oh, wow, Dispel. Yeah, we did have to say that to watch out for that. Yeah, that's just dead. Yeah, Colligan Storm's Fury. That's a bit of a problem. If I knew it was just black red dragons, I wouldn't be so worried. But it's a bit trickier when it's when there's blue involved. Okay, so I think maybe. So actually, the more I think about it, his deck isn't particularly threatening to us. It's the Thunder Breaks and the Colligans. So maybe we actually want to bring these in. And drop like a Challenger. Drop one Radiant Flames, because we've got a lot of Wrath effects. Maybe Painful Cruise is a little slow here, who knows. Let's drop... We're going to be on the... Let's drop a Jace, because he's got tons of ways to kill it. And let's drop a... one Kalatas, because there's not much it can block. This hand would be great if we had more land, but one is not enough. On the draw I'll keep this. It's not great by any stretch, but our opponent's gone to 5 at least. Kalitas, you can go to the bottom, because we're not going to be casting you anytime soon. Opponent went to 5 and goes Scries to top. We're going to fetch a Sunken Hollow, and then we're going to hopefully anticipate into something. The downside to this, if we brick on anticipate, we are taking ourselves off the grasps. But I feel the anticipate is going to help us win this game, whereas the grasps might help us lose less quickly. And there you go, rewarded. Rewarded for flawless play. I kid. Let's take a Floating Strand, because that can only really get an island or another Sunken Hollow, but we can use it to anticipate. We can also use it to fuel a Murderous Cut if required. What is our opponent doing on 2? Hangerback Walker? Transgress the Mind? Okay, you get a Murderous Cut. Not ideal. We're probably taking a land off this. Anticipate. I could be convinced by very little of this. We can't really play Kalitas. Clash of Wills actually is going to buy us the most time. I'm not one to turn down a dig, but we're not close to it at all. Colligan's Command, that's not great without red mana. I feel like Clash of Wills stops the first big threat that we can't grasp. That's a ballsy transgress. Like, it worked, you got a Colligan's Command, but it wasn't doing much for us anyway. But like, you're relying on your opponent having picked something on free. Like, it's one of those situations where you may want to hold your discard. Because if he doesn't have another one, say if he'd waited until this turn, he gets Dragonlord Silumgar. He also knows our hand now, so what's he going to play on 4? Sky Spawner can actually be a real problematic thing. Maybe that's a waste, but I don't know, Sky Spawner is always one of those cards that's more deceiving than it looks. We drew another Clash at least. If we're going to be stuck on 3 lands, these are not the worst cards to draw. Who plays around the second Clash of Wills? Bear of Silence, that's fine. So this is probably to just run us out of a grasp, which I will oblige. Once I tap the mana correctly. Okay, now we can clash for more. We have our red now. I have to admit, one of my concerns is that he is holding something like a Dispel and he's going to grab like a Dig for Return at some point. So he's going for something. If he goes for a Colligan here, then we obviously clash it. I'll be quite happy about it. The classic bad manners X is 1. Okay, Disdainful Stroke, also not bad. Like, he's winning on lands, we're winning on him not having any threats at the moment. Zaskard could be like a counterspell. You could dig now. There's a good chance his last card is a counterspell. Like, what is he not playing? It's either got to remove all that. But I think we can't really wait to pull the trigger on this. If he's got it, he's got it. We still have things to use. Let's take the clashes because we can't really do anything with them afterwards. Okay, resolves, cool. So if that isn't a counterspell in his hand, what is it? Either he's got another land, because he has actually, that was his turn 8. He's got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lands out. So it's possible he's got another land. Or is it? He might. Well, it's even like what else could it be? Really, it's got to be a removal spell. So maybe Jace isn't ideal here. Languish is like there's not too much hit. I think Painful Truths and a Wandering Fumarole. Fumarole can provide a clock, and we're both essentially top decking. Also, getting the land here isn't bad. We can Painful Truths next turn, or if we can test our removal theory and play Kalitas. Well, do you even want to play Kalitas? Yeah, because we can't hold up a counter spell. There's no point just waiting. If he had a big threat, he's going to have to top deck it because he would have played it already. Aha, so what did he have? That's an end of turn spell. Murderous Cut? Okay, cool. So now he is in true top deck mode. Even if he plays a big threat now, we can potentially Dragonlord Silumgar it. Although if it's Kolaghan, that's annoying. But we will have to stay in full stroke for it next time. So I think we Painful Truths into Disdainful Stroke on your Kolaghan next turn. Okay, more land is never bad. Let's draw 3. Oh, actually, we can save ourselves a counterspell. That's excellent. That means we can save that counter for later if needed. Sky Spawner, okay. Let's play Jace. I legitimately think we Grasp of Darkness this Sky Spawner. But let's see if he does anything first. Okay, no Kolaghan. Attacking with the Scion. Is there anything that deals 1 damage? I don't think there is. I know this may be silly for us to Jace, but I literally can't think of anything in standard that deals 1 damage here. Let's fetch 2 blue sources. We don't need any more red sources. Let's get Sunken Hollow. We could like play Dragonlord Silumgar and start trying to just win the game. Yeah. If we flash anything back, what do we flash back? Dig, Anticipate, Grasp. This puts this under control. Have I played a land this turn? I have not. So next turn I think we can start Fumarolling. Like maybe I'm just being greedy, waiting to get Dragonlord Silumgar to hit something. But it feels if we do, then we're largely like unstoppable. Let's Anticipate. Dig. We can actually dig now and keep up. Disdainful Stroke. Let's get rid of Fetches. Let's get rid of Anticipate. Let's get rid of Painful Truths. Let's tap this land. And let's get rid of one of the Grasps. Fetches in response. Resolves. Kolaghan's Command. I think we take another dig. I think we take Kolaghan's Command? Maybe? Oh no, we definitely take Kolaghan's Command. It's better than everything here. Because what we can do with it is end of turn. Another Fumarole is not bad at all. What we do is we put a stop on his upkeep. We return Kalitas, we make him discard. In case he's like holding... What did we get? A Bloodstain Miner. But we do now have a Kalitas. Like, I feel very in control of this game right now. I know there are cards I can think of that would be annoying. But I do feel in control of this game right now. Oh, Silumgar got a Drifting Death, that's nice. I'm not even saying I'm walking away. I love Silumgar Drifting Death. I'm going to be sad when he goes. So let's play Kalitas. Let's flashback Grasp. Okay, a series of things went wrong there, largely based due to me not thinking at all. Kalitas is non-token. We tapped our lands horribly. We will probably get punished for it, because that is what we would deserve. Thunderbolt Regent. Spell or ability opponent controls. Okay, so we should have been punished for that, but we won't be. But yes, ignore that play, because all of that was all horrible. Let's take this. Take 3. But regain that 3 from Kalitas instantly. You can leave up Dig. The next turn we attack for 4, 7, 10. We can activate 2 Fumaroles. He plays a land, he is dead. So I'm not going to waste time digging. Hey! Played badly. Definitely played that badly, and we were certainly we benefited from our opponent essentially handing us the first game on a plate, and then that third game both of us mulliganed, but we just kind of drew out better. We got stuck on freelance for a while and had a very good situation from it. It is now 1:30 in the morning. I'm probably not going to play the last game today. Liking the deck. These need to go. I also don't know how happy I am with Radiant Flame's main board. Also, it's a tricky one because red, like, you think about what does red bring? I'm actually interested to see what would happen if you basically took this deck, and I think I said this on the previous video, what would happen if you took this deck, took out the red for white, for Gideons and Silk Wraps. Because then you could even, like... Because the one thing I do fear with this deck, because we haven't had the matchup yet, is the problem with something like Tasiga is that it's just going to get Reflector Mage, which kind of takes the impetus away from it as an early play. Whereas something like Dragonlord Ogletie, it's a little better. But then basically, if you take like the Dragonlord Ogleties out, like at what point are you just playing Esper Dragons again? But then again, you could take out these like Smouldering, well they'd probably be Prairie Streams, but you could adjust this mana pace and play Haven of Spirit Dragon. Like Dragonlord Silumgar seems like a good card at the moment. There's a lot of good creatures to steal, and not a particularly great amount of ways to deal with Dragonlord Silumgar, apart from the aforementioned Reflector Mage, which is a bonkers card. Okay, well that's enough for tonight. We've got a refund at least. Hopefully we go 4-1. 4-1 means we come out with some profit, and we also would be another QB on the road to the Mox. Now I figure out where the stop button is.